Hello dear students, in this lecture we are going to study the second topic of our paper number 2nd, that is plant morphology and anatomy. The second topic is morphology of reproductive part. In that we have to study the inflorescence in this chapter. So we will go and study what is inflorescence. There are different types of inflorescence, special type of inflorescence, and as well significance of the inflorescence as well. So let us start by studying what is inflorescence. Now before knowing inflorescence, you must know different parts of the plants. Parts of the plants are basically divided into two different parts. First one is vegetative part, second one is reproductive part. Okay, so as the plant, if we see the plant cycle, if we start, it is a cycle, so it has no start and no end. It is wherever we should start, we come at that point again, therefore it is called as a cycle. So we start by sowing the seed. The plant will grow, plant will germinate into the seedling, it will grow. So the first growth which is happened, that is called as a vegetative growth, which includes the growth of the roots, then growth of the stem, then leaves, number of branches, then leaves. Okay, so root, stem and leaves, these are the vegetative part of the plants. Okay, after attaining proper vegetative growth, the plant starts its reproductive growth, and now the reproductive growth mainly involves the production of flowers. Okay, the production of flowers, the production of fruit. Okay, so that these flowers, fruits, these are called as reproductive part. So once the vegetative growth gets completed, the reproductive flower starts to bloom. Okay, then after fertilization, the flower is got converted into the fruit, and in this way reproductive growth happens. So today the topic is inflorescence. So where inflorescence is standing in this parts of the plant. So if we see the definition of inflorescence, the definition of inflorescence is what? It is a specialized branch. It is the specialized branch which bears the cluster of flowers. Which bears the cluster of flowers, or we can say group of flowers. What is inflorescence? Inflorescence is nothing but it is a group of flowers. So inflorescence, when the word inflorescence come in your mind, you must remember the word, the phrase, you can say group of flower or cluster of flower. If I ask you what is inflorescence, it is the cluster of flower, it is the group of flower. Okay, so inflorescence is a particular branch. Okay, once the vegetative growth gets complete, the plant forms a branch which bears different type of flowers. Okay, I will draw here. For example, if this is a 1 minute. If this is a plant, okay, this is a plant. These are the roots, then these are the leaves, these are the leaves, these are the branches. It is just only for understanding purpose, so you may not find it very beautiful, but it is just only for the understanding purpose. So this is a plant, you can say. Hope it looks like a plant. Okay, so here one branch is there. See, there one branch is there, or you can say here branch is there which bears the cluster of flowers. See, I will draw here a flower. It is one flower, then it is another flower, then it is third flower, okay, it is fourth flower, should be drawn in red, it is okay. Now we will take another color. So this branch here, see from this branch which bears these flowers. See, you can see here the flower, this one, this one, this one, this one. So this branch, okay, this branch which bears a cluster of flowers or a group of flowers is called as the inflorescence. What it is called as? It is called as the inflorescence. So it is also a reproductive part because it bears the flower, and flower is the reproductive part. So inflorescence itself is a reproductive part. Okay. So it consists of what? Inflorescence consists of main axis. I draw here this part. This is main axis. Then stalk of flower. It is a stalk of flower. Then bracts and bracteoles. So at the base here, outgrowth is present at the base of that stalk. That is called as bract or bracteole. And at the apex, it bears the flower. It bears the flower. You can see here. So in this way, we define inflorescence. It consists of main axis, then stalk of the flower, then bracts and bracteoles, and at last flower. So it is nothing but the inflorescence. So inflorescence can be defined in a very simple manner. So after that, we will study different types of inflorescence. So basically there are three types of inflorescence. First one is racemose inflorescence, second is cymose inflorescence, and third one is special type of inflorescence. So they are classified based on certain criteria. Okay. So first of all, we will study racemose inflorescence. Which inflorescence? Racemose inflorescence. What is racemose inflorescence? We will see its characteristics in this lecture. See, I will draw here by a green color. Here I will draw. So, okay, very straight. So that is called as inflorescence axis. This is called as inflorescence axis, or it is also called as rachis. We are seeing the characteristics of racemose type of inflorescence. So first characteristic is rachis never terminates in the flower. So you will never see flower at this position. You will never see flower at this position. You will never see. Okay. So this inflorescence axis at the terminal part, it doesn't have any flower. Okay. Because why there is such a condition? Because the growth of the axis is indefinite. Okay, indefinite, or it is called as, therefore it is called as indefinite or indeterminate type of inflorescence. Means the rachis goes on growing and growing. So that rachis grows on growing. It will never terminate into the flower, therefore growth continues. Therefore this type of inflorescence is called as indefinite type of inflorescence or indeterminate type of inflorescence. Then we will see the different patterns of the flower. So here lowermost or outermost flower opens first, lowermost or outermost flower opens first and then progress towards upward or the center or the central. Means if we draw here, if this is a flower, this is the outermost and lowermost, then it small see here like this. You have seen the Caesalpinia in Marathi, it is called as Shankasur. It is the perfect example of this type of inflorescence, that is racemose. So if we see the outer flower, this is the outer, this is outer means what? It is at a distance of long distance from the center. Okay, so outer flower opens first. So this is a big flower. Okay, outermost flowers open first. Here also. Outermost flower open first. Then outermost as well and lowermost. See, I will draw the diagram. You will understand it. So these are the floral buds. Okay. These are the floral buds. I am drawing here. Okay. If we see the diagram, what it shows that outermost flower means that which is at the periphery from the center, at a long distance from the center, which is called as outermost flower. And lowermost, if we see here at the upper side there are only floral buds, but at lower side it is full bloom flower is there, fully open flower is there. So lowermost and outermost open first and afterward upwards and central. Okay, so this type is called as acropetal and centripetal order. Acropetal means what? Lowermost opens first, uppermost opens later. That is called as acropetal. Outermost opens first, then central or innermost opens. It is called as centripetal arrangement. Okay. So these are the different characteristics of the racemose inflorescence. Then this racemose inflorescence is divided into different subtypes based on the main axis or this inflorescence axis, the morphology of that inflorescence axis. For example, if the main axis is elongated, then main axis is shortened, then main axis is flattened, convex and concave. So on the basis of this main axis, the racemose inflorescence is divided into certain subtypes. So that subtypes will be again studied in the next lecture. So up till now we have seen, we have started the second topic, that is morphology of reproductive part, and that we are studying the inflorescence. We studied about the introduction, how the plant grows, different types of parts of the plant, vegetative part, reproductive part. Then when it comes to reproductive part, inflorescence comes in that, because inflorescence is nothing but the group of the flower or cluster of the flower, and it consists of different parts like main axis, top, flower, bracts, bracteoles. Okay. Then this racemose this inflorescence is divided into three types. First one is racemose, second one is cymose, and third one is special type. In racemose inflorescence, we discuss the characteristics of racemose inflorescence, where the rachis or the inflorescence axis, it never get terminated into the flower, it never get terminated into flower terminal position, always empty, because that growth should be The growth is indefinite, it continually tend to grow. Okay, therefore it is called as indefinite inflorescence and or indeterminate type of inflorescence. Then lowermost or outermost flower opens first, and then uppermost and central or innermost flower. Based on the morphology of the main axis, it is divided into three subtypes. Main axis elongated, main axis shortened, main axis flattened, concave or convex. Okay, dear students, I hope you have understood this topic, inflorescence, what is inflorescence, different types of inflorescence and the characteristics of the racemose inflorescence. If you have any query regarding that, my email ID and phone number is given on the first slide. Please feel free to the contact. Thank you very much.